What are INFJ subtypes? The psychological subtypes were originally introduced by Viktor Galenko, but Dr. Dario Nardi expanded upon his framework in his latest released book, Decode Your Personality. The four subtypes are dominant, creative, normalizing, and harmonizing. Viktor Galenko's subtype theory explains why you'll see that despite the shared types, some will be more active, others more passive, some more resourceful, and others more reserved, and so on. In this video, you'll find a quick summary of the distinctions between the four INFJ subtypes according to Dr. Dario Nardi's brain research. I recently interviewed Dario, and you can find our interview linked above and below if you're interested in hearing about his journey conducting brain research in the field of personality typology. His work is so fascinating, and I absolutely love the direction that he's taking it. Anyways, let's explore the subtypes a little. The first is the dominant INFJ subtype. This subtype is deemed the bold educator who tends to be more driven and confident compared to other INFJs. The dominant INFJ is outspoken and not afraid of disagreement. They take chances, engage actively in the world, and enjoy having an audience. The brain wiring of this subtype has been observed in Dr. Dario Nardi's research to reflect that this INFJ shows a bias toward frontal activity with a weak starburst pattern. The front bias reflects that they tend to have very good executive functioning, which means that they have a good grasp of controlled and more rational decision making. Often they have strong spoken and written communication. They likely pronounce their insights rather than hiding or downplaying such thoughts. The second INFJ subtype is the creative subtype, and this one gets the name the passionate creator. This one is more exploratory and social than other INFJs. The creative INFJ is curious, imaginative, and trust in channeling their creative flow. Their brain wiring shows a very strong starburst pattern to indicate a highly intuitive mind. They excel at taking everything in around them and synthesizing the mass of what they have learned into something novel. Often they have a hidden talent to manage complexity and execute abstract analysis. However, they might struggle with mundane day-to-day tasks due to their more scattered brain activity. The third subtype is the normalizing INFJ subtype, and Dr. Dario Nardi calls this one the enduring associate. This subtype tends to be more conventional and specialized than other INFJs. In his book, The Neuroscience of Personality, he actually claims INFJs are more often generalist, so this subtype might be less of a generalist. The brain wiring pattern can be more closely reflective of the general population, and they show a mix of linear connections. They excel with conventional skills, making everyday life not too much of a struggle compared to, say, the typical INFJ. The brains of the normalizing subtype show zigzag connections as they process their life experiences into unique understandings that may feel like a leap or turn of thinking. Often they have remarkable self-management skills and are adept with language. They communicate very well practically through writing reports for a custom audience. More than other INFJs, they have a high endurance for their pursuit of goals, especially when their reasons are compelling and clear. The last subtype is the harmonizing INFJ subtype, and this one gets the name prophetic counselor. This subtype is more empathic and reflective than most INFJs. They are, in a sense, ethereal, philosophical, and poetic. Their brain wiring pattern reflects a mix of complex patterns that are a diamond-like network and cross the hemispheres of the brain. This brain patterning supports a specialized skill set that mixes holistic and analytical approaches. They may also tap into soft starburst patterns and some zigzag connections. However, they are more disconnected from their executive regions. Often, they're very sensitive and attuned to social feedback, as well as vocal intonations of others. They excel in advising others, such as in the fields of counseling, healthcare, and even shamanic healing. There's a natural knack for cross-cultural understanding and holding multiple perspectives with detachment. For them, everything feels interrelated and could be a challenge to effectively communicate in depth. In conclusion, both Victor Galenko and Dr. Dario Nardi call these subtypes better named to be variants of personality. Dario specifically claims it's best to look at the subtypes as different strains each type has access to. I'll share future content on Victor Galenko's framework in Socionics with subtypes, so if you're interested in that, be sure to look out for it. And yeah, thank you so much for checking out my video today. I hope you're doing well, and I'll see you next time.